Madrid Open betting preview: Casper Ruud versus Taylor Fritz. How history, on clay and hard courts, can help us with this bet. Casper Ruud has his detractors, but nobody doubts his clay court prowess. Ruud is a different animal on the dirt, where he consistently makes deep runs and has twice been a Roland Garros runner-up. However, altitude clay isn't quite as slow and gritty as typical clay court events, which is part of the reason Ruud hasn't had a ton of success at the Madrid Open. This tournament does require some serious baseline ability, but powerful serving and big baseline games are rewarded. That said, I like Taylor Fritz at plus money odds in this round of 16 showdown. We have seen that Fritz can beat Ruud in server-friendly conditions, as he beat him in 4 sets at last year's US Open. Of course, that's a true hardcourt event. There aren't too many similarities between that and what we'll see in Madrid. But Madrid is also nothing like what we saw when these two clashed at the French Open a couple of months earlier. And even that was a match that Ruud had to battle for in a 7-6, 6, 3-6, 6-4, 6-2 victory. Those conditions were much more favorable for Ruud. In Madrid, Fritz should be the player that holds a little easier. Over the last 52 weeks, his hold percentage is up at 90.1%, which is second to only Jannik Sinner. Ruud's is down at 82.2%. If you break that down by only clay court events, Fritz's hold percentage is still an impressive 86.4%. Ruud's is 80.6%. Fritz is going to come at Ruud with more power in his service games, looking for either aces or easy +1 winners. And while Ruud is very good at setting up +1 opportunities, Fritz is great at using his length to get returns back in play. So, if Ruud's serves are kicking up and bouncing a little higher, the American should be able to get them back. He just needs to try and get them back to the Ruud backhand. As far as the baseline exchanges go, there's no denying that the Ruud forehand will be the biggest weapon from the back of the court. He pushes opponents around with the way he hits heavy topspin shots that jump off the dirt. But Fritz is a grinder. He's going to work non-stop to get rallies back to neutral, and his power should play nicely on these courts once he does. Another thing I love about this matchup for Fritz is that Ruud isn't all that comfortable hitting drop shots. Fritz isn't terrible at the net, but he's a bit awkward in the middle of the court. His transition game is one of his few weaknesses right now. I'm not sure Ruud is going to be able to exploit that. It's also worth noting that Ruud lost in straight sets against Felix Auger-Aliassime in Madrid last year. That should tell you that he's susceptible in this match too. There are similarities between Fritz and Auger-Aliassime, but the American is a better all-around player.